You know that goofy look everybody makes on YouTube for some odd reason? Never understood that shit. Link down below in the description box to up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start for their footage of 2K24. It showcases the ambulance match. But this is actually more than just the gameplay of 2K24. It's about the camera angles and better understanding what are the changes from last year's game to this year's game. So this is my footage of 2K23. I have it paused, as you could see, around the same area of the distance in the ring as what you're going to see for 2K24. When we look at that top rope, and you have to understand that it does dynamically change depending on where the wrestlers are in the ring, the top rope closer to the screen is in line with the middle rope at the back of the ring to the point where you don't even see the ring. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video really quick so that we can understand camera angles, not just from left to right, but is there any kind of tilting? This is another shot here where, you know what I mean? Like that top rope is almost like completely flat. So we're over analyzing that because I want to see if there's any differences. This is when we're at ringside, just so that you can kind of get a look. Now I'm back in the ring. I wish there was an option to play like that in the ring, but this is also because Cactus Jack is still outside of the ring, so you got to show some different situations there. This is again all 2K23. Now this is 2K24. These are still shots, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch some of the gameplay and try to analyze it. Now, if we go here and take a look at this, they're roughly in the same position, but it looks like the camera is slightly more, like before, not like as flat. Maybe that's what we're going to have to decide. But when we look at the top rope closer to the screen is actually under the middle rope at the back. You could see that right here. The top rope, and then there's the middle rope. And the other one in 2K23, this was pretty much in line. But again, it's dynamic. It can change. So we're going to have to take a look at some stuff here. Now, there's a section that I wanted to show you. I don't know what I was supposed to say here. Yeah, that it looks good. Now, there's a part here that I want to mention. When it comes to the alternate camera angle, it's the ramp facing camera angle. You can't use that online. So you would pause the game, go to presentation options, as done here by Xavier Woods. And when you scroll down, if you were to zoom in, you would see it. It's called ramp camera. And you can turn that on, and it very clearly states, and I got an astigmatism, and I don't even have my fucking glasses on. And I can still read, does not apply to online. I don't know why. I kind of do and I don't. But there it is. I think it's something to do with the fact that internally, I'm not a programmer. I don't know why I keep doing this a lot. Like I got some twitch in my hand. Maybe it would be too awkward if one person online has it off and the other person has it on. That's my only guess. The fact that was omitted, it kind of sucks, but I wanted to mention that. So it's called the ramp camera. Nowhere in here does it look like you can edit the actual camera a la NHL, Madden, FIFA, and all the different sports games, or better yet, an actual 2K game, NBA 2K. Look at all the different presentation options that you have, aka camera angles when you're playing the game. You don't have that in this game. It's like hard camera, ramp camera, but there doesn't appear to be any, better tilting. But that's what we're going to get into in a minute here. And then, see, you could see it visually in real time how it just panned. It turned, but there's no... Do you know what I'm saying? There's no difference there. And then there's a screenshot of them at ringside with the ambulance at the back. And you are able to do this in all match types, by the way, except for probably Backroom Brawl for obvious reasons. Right? Yeah, like I even need to explain that. But I still thought I would mention it. So that is that when it comes to that little video that I made. Now, if we jump right into watching the actual footage here, this is actual footage from Up, Up, Down, Down. Now we can get a better sense of the camera angle. There's that top rope again. They're moving around. Oh, see, it kind of, did you see what it did? It kind of evened out there. I know see, see, when you look at it this way now, with the moving around, it looks like, and I could be wrong. I don't want to be the Alex Jones of the wrestling community here, but it may seem like it still has the potential to flatten out, as you could see there, especially when you're landing blows closer to the ground. It'll more even out like in 2K23, but it does seem like it's also maybe willing to tilt a little bit more up a smidgen, but maybe not. It could be honestly, it could be the exact same. Okay? I really don't know. I just know that there's the camera angle change horizontally, not vertically or whatever, that you can change. That's why it's important to watch this footage. You kind of get a feel of, well, don't stay on there too long. I don't want a copyright strike here. I'm doing some commentary. Looking at it, it looks very similar. I mean, if you were to show me this and remove the ambulance, to be honest with you, the only way I'd be able to tell it was different is looking at Rhea's hair. Now, in all fairness, this is like compressed and you know, they got a very popular YouTube channel, but the quality of the footage is not quite 100%. It's pretty good, don't get me wrong. That's what I pride myself on when I upload my videos. They're the highest quality, so that when you're watching it on YouTube, even with the compression, what ends up happening is you're getting an almost one-to-one replication of what it would be like if you were playing the actual game on your screen. The graphics do look better. Collisions, hair movement, you know, those little attention to details. That's where the difference is. So if you're like a hardcore player, you really pay attention to those details, you are going to notice it. On a quick YouTube video like this, without the pristine, you know, I don't know what the word is, replication of the quality, like retaining the integrity of the actual quality of the video, it's going to be harder to tell, right? So again, I'm just watching this. I'm over-analyzing it, how the characters are moving around. The reversal actually seems to come up. There is a slider for that as well, because we know that in 2K23 that shit was broken. But from what I've seen so far, it might look like the reversal system is fixed because, well, you can see it. There's been more reversals in the last 35 seconds than there's been in the last 35 weeks I've been playing the game in 2K23. So it looks like that glitch or whatever was addressed, or it simply didn't copy over. So as a result of that, this brings me hope that things like pin sliders and whatnot are hopefully going to function. This is very important footage right here. Watching the collision, how they're interacting with each other, the whole physics of it all. Does it look like a copy and paste of 2K23? Does it actually look like it's been improved? Judging by this, it does look like it's been improved, but I'll still argue that it could probably have been fixed in an update. Nonetheless, I want to remain positive. Get off the screen. I don't want to get canceled. So yeah, I'm not going to play like the whole video here, because that's probably going to get my ass kicked from a copyright standpoint. But I feel like this is fair use. I hope Xavier Woods doesn't come at me. I mean, I've been training. If I got to put him in the crossface crippler, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm not jealous of his beautiful hair. I'm going to move it along a little bit off of the ambulance, but there's... Okay, so there we go. Yeah, this is just to show again what I showed you earlier about the ramp camera cut. Again, if we go ahead and pause that, tells you very well, not very clearly, because it's kind of blurry. You have to remember this is maybe just 80% of the quality. Like there's a lot of artifacting and stuff like that. Let's get back to the action. Now let's take a look really quick at just the interaction with the ambulance picking up. Do the animations look janky? Just all that sort of stuff. I haven't seen the referee yet for... Is it obvious? I forget ambulance matches. Is there even a referee? I just know that that the ref in 2K23, kind of like my speech here, was really off the hook. Very, very wonky. I wanted to see some in-the-ring action with that ramp camera. But we're seeing ringside ramp camera and how it interacts with the ambulance here. And this looks pretty good, like I said. Rosa, that actually it does look smooth. Tighter, more refined, less robotic, if these are the words I'm looking for. And as somebody who's got several hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay with 2K23, I can tell you that this is better. The hair is one of the big things. I do find they have a hard time dealing with long hair. Anything longer than Rhea Ripley's hair here, and I feel like that's where they start to have some issues. But Shayna Baszler, she's got the ponytail going, something I used to have 30 years ago. And based on this footage here, hair physics, that's the word I'm looking for. Get back in the ambulance. It's looking better. It's not like it's got a mind of its own. You know, people joke around about AI taking over and having a mind of its own, becoming self-aware. The hair in wrestling games usually have a mind of their fucking own. They defy the laws of physics. Let's move it along here. Okay, there we go. Just, you know, a little bit more ramp camera angle ringside. Just what does that look like? And it's kind of cool because it's simply just a different perspective. You won't see Michael Cole, Corey Graves. You won't see the commentary booth on your right because now they're at the bottom. Hey, anything extra, however little it may be, to me, I really appreciate. I really do. And as long as overall, like the ref, reversals seem to be working here. Pin sliders working, the rivalry system where it doesn't always revert your match to a regular one-on-one normal and it'll just work as intended. If all those things just work, even though, again, they could have just fixed it in an update. If that's fixed, I'm going to be happy with that. Now, finishers, super finishers, this is that thing again at the bottom right where if you store 3 of them and you use the finisher, it becomes a super and it'll be even harder to kick out. I imagine there might be a slider for that super finisher. We'll have to look into that at a later date or when the game just comes out on March the 5th and I get it. But overall here, like I said, there's really not that much I have to add to my own commentary here to the gameplay. This is literally just to, as it goes on, as the match progresses, as the minutes roll by, I'm looking at this under the microscope, and there's a lot of little subtle instances where in 2K23 it would have looked a little bit more janky every now and again. And for here, I have to admit, I'm pleasantly surprised. Chair physics, speaking of Shayna Baszler throwing Rhea Ripley at the chair there. There's some wonky shit going on in 2K23 with the hair physics. Now, when they fall and stuff like that, sometimes I always find like they're a little bit more spazzy. But I mean, that's just the way it is. It's just a little bit. Yeah, see, that was actually pretty good. The collision thing, like I said, has sometimes been an issue here and there with the objects like the chairs and the ladders just really, again, just being hog wild, really acting goosey. And here we've got a chair. We've got this, I don't know why I keep doing this again. Got the chair. It's a French thing. It must be a French thing. Parce que je suis français, après tout. We have the... Yeah, it really does look better. Like I said, when you really take it all in and you really... I don't know what this means. Yeah, there is a greater finesse to this gameplay footage. I'm really impressed. I'm very hopeful, like I said. And I do want to remain positive. I don't want to be someone who's constantly just trashing, being one of those YOLO bros. It's like, yo, bro, this shit fucking sucks, bro. Just fucking copy and paste, bro. I don't want to be one of those people. Those are the types of people that need to go in the fucking ambulance and be taken to the psych ward. Okay? I keep raging. I might end up needing to be in there myself. That's not the point. I'm excited. That's it. I have my hopes up. Maybe they shouldn't be. That's not the point. This is awesome. This is actual gameplay. The only disappointment I have is that we don't have a means to, you know what I mean? Like to change the angle this way. It's nice to have it this way and turn. Whether or not it was the placebo effect in the beginning of me really thinking that the camera angle was a little bit better in that it was more like flat this way. I could just be making myself think that that's the case because, like I said, every other step you take and the superstar you're facing take inside of the ring will alter that movement, the angle on that in that department. But it's been misunderstood by a lot of people that we're going to be able to have a more tilted angle and that's what the alternate camera angle is. And so far, it does not look like that's what... Please tell me the video is not a half hour. Oh my god, it's 17 minutes long. Quick, under 18 minutes, I think there's going to be less mid-roll ads. Not like I was going to make a buck on this video anyways. Thumbs up if you like the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and making me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up online. You didn't like the video. I really got to control this hand. You didn't... I'm going to get like 2,000 extra steps on my Apple Watch. No, it's not that bad. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, bend it in half, twist it, and as always, a solo Sokoa Samoan spike right in the rectum. We break it off. And if you want to subscribe, exactly. I'll be, 500 fucking years old before I ever reach 2.4 million and average 150,000 daily views. I mean, I get more than that. But it takes me a whole goddamn month to get that many views, to get that in a day. They do in a day and a half in views what I get in a month. Closer to 2 days, but yeah. Just to give you a little perspective. I don't know if I want to laugh or cry at this point. Yeah. Take care. And if I get some more information, I dig and I do more research and really start analyzing shit, I will bring that to your attention. But today, I wanted to focus predominantly on all things camera angle. Take care. And if you made it to the end of this video, definitely book an appointment with your doctor. Until next time, bye for now.